Welcome Shimi, welcome Sudhir, welcome Devindra, welcome Sultan Abdul, welcome Shoaib, welcome Sanjay, welcome Sindhu, welcome Taranga, welcome Amit, welcome Vishnu, welcome Sudhir. Hi, welcome all to the 31st event of High Performance Entrepreneurship Series. Dream big, aim high, start small. That is our motto, and that is very simple. When you start small, you can master what you want to do, you can easily focus on it, and you can easily build a discipline around it. And believe me, once you are done with this, you are going to do miracles. So I'm just waiting for two of our panelists to come up, Sindhu and Beatrice. And after 5 minutes, I would like everyone to raise their hands. And after 5 minutes, we'll be taking you all up for the question and answer. So that's it. So Sultan, Rabindra, give me 5 minutes. Sindhu, you can raise your hands. You can come up, and we are waiting for the address to come in. So again, yes, and we have one more panelist who has to come. The address. So we are waiting for her. And once the moderator starts, I'll bring you up, Rabindra. So today I have two of. Today we have a very good topic like employee experience drive customer satisfaction. And the success of any business is your customer satisfaction. How well you look after your customers. So we have a wonderful topic today, and let's see the moderators for today. Today we have two moderators. One is Jasir Alavi and Sakshi Haveli. Hi Sakshi.
Hi Kabir, how are you doing?
Good Sakshi. And hi Jasir, how are you? Okay. There's a small glitch with Jasir's mic. Okay, so today we have two moderators, Jasir and Sakshi, conducting today's session. Jasir is my LinkedIn coach, and you have Sakshi, who is a volunteer for Chumawak, as well as she is a VP of Udan, and apart from that, she assists in uplifting brands digitally via expertise, technology, and marketing solutions, along with providing lending services to MSMEs. She's a CIP analyst at Goldman Sachs. So now the stage is yours, Sakshi.
Thanks, Kabir. Welcome, everyone. I can see a lot of familiar faces, and I'm so happy to see you all today over here. And Rabindra, I know you have raised your hand. We will have a half an hour with the speaker, and then half an hour we'll take your questions up. So I guess Kabir, we can take Ravindra up, but we can start like he can start it afterwards.
Yeah, now all of the speakers who want to speak can raise their hands, but after half an hour, on the order of the join, we'll be starting speaker. So I'll take everyone up. Sakshi, you can continue, right?
Absolutely. So, if anybody who wants to ask any questions, give their inputs, you're most welcome to raise your hands, come up, unmute yourself, and speak at the end of the half session, which is after 30 minutes. So, Kabir sir, I guess we are good to go. We should start.
Yes, yes, perfect. You can start.
Okay. So let's start with the very amazing personality today. And we have with us today the founder of Destination Workplace. She's a true believer that a place where everyone works shoulder to shoulder towards achieving one ultimate goal. And what is that ultimate goal? That is the growth and success of the organization. It's very important that we create such an environment for those employees, for those people, that it that it should be fulfilling, productive, and fun at the same time. Ashok, I request you to unmute yourself, please, and fun at the same time. So, please, everyone, give a red heart to Prasita Nair. Welcome, Prasita.
Thank you so much, Sakshi. And thank you for the red hearts as well. I can see many red hearts down there.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Prasida. So, Prasida, let's dive directly into our topic, that is how employee experience drives customer satisfaction. And whether it's employee, customer, or any stakeholder, the connection or the synergy between them is really, really important. You can't leave one or focus on one and leave other. So, my first question to you is that can you please shed some light on the connection or the synergy between profits, employees, and customers?
Yeah, sure, sure. This topic is really, I think it's the key to the success, to the making or breaking of any business actually. Because many a times what happens is in this rat race of making profits, we don't know what to prioritize. We don't know whether we prioritize our customers, or we don't know whether we prioritize profits, or what is probably left behind. Uh, yeah, am I audible? I think there was some glitch with someone's
Uh,
mic.
Ashok, uh, it was from Ashok. Ashok, please do unmute your mic. Like mute. Prasida, you
Yeah,
can start. Sorry.
yeah, it's okay, it's okay. Yeah. So, in this context, it's like we are solving a puzzle of towards building a successful business. Whom do we place first? Do we prioritize business profits? Do we prioritize people, or do we prioritize our customers? Many a times focus goes on profits, many a times focus goes on customers, and very less focus goes on the employees, because uh, they are often mistook to provide services since they are the employees. And what is not understood is we cannot pour from an empty cup, or I cannot pour apple juice when I have orange juice in my hand, right? About understanding how well there is a connection formed between the employees, the customers, and this synergy. How are you building this synergy together to create profits in your business? And see, let's try to understand one basic thing here. What do you place at the heart of the organization? And let's go back to the basics of starting a business. For any business, you need to create a customer. That's what we are all running after. And so you employ people. Your employees come up and they make the things happen for you. They follow the processes and strategies that they are directed towards creating business or bringing in customers. Now, the way you treat your people is the way they treat your customers. I'm mentioning your here, if you can understand what I'm saying. And businesses flourish when your employees are engaged and connected to your business. But the key here, the success or the secret over here is success happens when your employees are connected to your business and see your business as their own. That is when they have that sense of ownership and accountability. And ownership and accountability, unless and until you're able to bring in ownership, engagement, and accountability with your workforce, you are not going to make profits, neither you're going to build a great customer base. So it's about understanding and building that, rearranging those jigsaw puzzle things together. Yes,
Absolutely, Priscilla. Thank you so much for the answer. That brings me to the next question, that how one can, and especially in the audience also, we have a lot of entrepreneurs. So I just want to know, how can one, a business owner or an entrepreneur, can actually build that employee experience? What are the things kept in mind, to make that experience wonderful for the employees?
Yeah, sure. See, what is employee experience, or what is the experience that your employee is getting from the work that he or she is doing? The feeling, the connect, the engagement, everything sums up, the interactions, everything sums up to this employee experience. Now, what happens many a times is that the management or the top tier has their own assumptions and has their own perspectives, and probably they see the tip of the iceberg. And there are so many things that are there down. There are so many struggles. There are so many obstacles. There is so much into the reality that probably that is unseen to them. So, the first approach towards employee experience is to have a top bottom approach to improve things related to your employees' daily experience at work. So for that, you can just like, it's very, very simple. Many a times when we speak a lot about topics, when we have a lot of discussions, and we feel that those things are really, unreachable, and they are not something that they're really time consuming, and sometimes we don't know where to start, how to start. But I always believe that, all the opportunities, problems, and solutions, they lie within your organization. The only thing is you need to have the eyes, and you need to have that mindset to dig deep into the reality of your workplace. So, for that, you should have your eyes and ears open. You should listen to your employees first. First step. You need to understand the way they feel about working there, the way they feel about their work itself, and what is their take on the strategies and processes that they follow on everyday basis. By having an understanding about their take on all these things, you get an idea of what are their obstacles, what are their struggles, and what is that is needed to build a workforce that can be more and more productive, happier, and engaged. So you don't need to ask questions outside. The questions and answers, they are within your workforce. The only thing is you need to have that proper mindset to get it from there. And then you need to build the changes, and you have to provide them with the possible support, so that they can overcome these challenges. So by building this and by showing, and what happens many times is we run surveys, we run feedback, and all the results of those, they just lie in files, or they just lie somewhere in the HR department, and people are so used to not having answers for the surveys. So people are so used to that they feel that this is just a waste of time and energy. This is a common notion that runs between the employees. But having to mention that we are looking for change, and there is going to be answers, there are going to be solutions for this, for your problems, is the way ahead. So you have to try to build that connect with their employees first connect between the organization and the employees, and help them build a connect with the organization, and then let them build the connect with their product, with their services, their brand, and let them know it in and out, and let them feel so engaged and so empowered with all the right resources and tools and knowledge, that they are now set mentally and physically and emotionally charged to provide the best customer service that they can. Yes, Sakshi, is it okay, the answer? Do you have any questions?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, Prasida. And I do agree. I am a firm believer that our mindset plays a very important role. Everything goes in vain if the mindset is not at its is at its place. So thank you for the answer. I will go back to you, Kabir. Have a question for you. Since you have lot of volunteers, freelancers, employees, customers, a lot of stakeholders with you, how do you take all this, and how do what's your take on this? What's your opinion about employee experience and how it affects customer satisfaction?
Rather than employees, I would like to call that a team or a family. So, if your team, as Prasida told, if your team is not like a family, if it is not hold together as a family, then it will directly impact whatever you're doing. So, for me, it is like for you, if it is for Chumawak, it is like there are a lot of volunteers who are supporting us. There are a lot of people working behind this project. And if it is for my consulting, there is a small team who is working. So all this thing everywhere, like how good the bindness of the team is, that's how you succeed. And for any startups, I tell one thing. So if you take to an investor's perspective, it is very simple. What he looks at it's not your idea he looks at. He looks at your team, and he looks at how much bound or how much very well you are attached with each other, so that you can do so that the work can be completed easily. So it is the relationship, or it is the employee experience, which I would tell is like a family thing. I hope my perspective is right, Prasida.
Yes, absolutely, Kabir. It's the connect, that they share mutually. It's not that they feel left out, or it's not that they are just there for to do their tasks. It's about every person. I personally like to call an employee as a co-creator, because the together every employee in the team, as an organization as a whole, they are creating something together. And unless and until they realize, again, it brings down to a very very beautiful thing, that is finding meaning and purpose in the job that you do. Unless and until you don't know what you are doing, unless and until you are not aware of the impact of the job that you're doing. It could be the janitor, it could be the CEO, everybody for that matter should feel a connect to the organization. Everybody for that matter should have that meaning and purpose. This reminds me of the very very beautiful NASA example. I'm sure we all know, right? So when he was asked, the janitor was asked, what are you doing? Mr. President replied to him saying, what are you doing here, Mr. Janitor? Then he replied that I am preparing people to go to the moon. He's just a janitor, right? But he's there to make that place mess free, fresh for all the scientists and for all the people to work together. But that is the pride that the person carries. And I feel very sad when I see organizations where, where many times what happens is your frontliners, major decisions happen in organizations without frontliners knowing. Especially when I talk about the same topic of customer satisfaction or customer experience, the people, the touch points are your frontliners. They know the pulse of your customers more than anybody else, even sitting in the boardroom. So everybody is significant. Every contribution is significant. Everybody should be involved at their own capacity in the decision making process of any organization. So from CEO to the janitor, everybody is important. Everybody makes a team. Sabir?
Yeah.
Thank you, Prasida. Back to you, Sakshi.
Yeah, absolutely, Prasida. Can't agree more with you. Absolutely. It's my second time with you, listening to you, and it's really very insightful every time I hear you.
Thank you,
So
Sakshi.
I can talk to you. You're welcome. So I can talk to you for hours and hours, but let's give a chance to our audience. I mean, a lot of other speakers were there in the panel, and I guess Sindhu got down. So Sindhu, you can raise your hand and come up. Anybody else, Semi, Shivankar, Anurag, anybody who has questions, Salman, so you can raise
Shreya,
your hands and come up, or you want to give your inputs.
can I ask?
Uh,
Chirag, can you wait for some time, please, because others joined or raised their hands before you? Thank you so much. You'll surely get a chance. Okay, so we have the founder of No Time with us, Amin NM, and he is also the coordinator for all the volunteers that we have. So, Amin, over to you.
Yeah, I all. As Sashi said, I'm out of North Time. Basically, started North Time 2 years back. And about the employee experience and try to customer satisfaction. Basically, if we are treating our employees, not I am not treating them as employees. I am treating them like family. And I'm sharing my vision. We are aiming for studying, teaching 1 lakh students from 2 years from here. Well, that's what our vision, and we have trying to make a pack of students who are willing to work any work culture they are got into, and we are helping them get more experience through real time experience, real time professional experience, and that's what we are doing. And about customer satisfaction, if we are treating our customers like a family, and if you are giving them such a good value through our products, and if you are making them like a family, like also our employees as well, it makes a large impact in our society as well. That's what my takeaway from here.
Thanks, Amin. Thanks a lot. Okay, so you, Sindhu, do you have a question for Prasita, or do you have some inputs for us?
Hello. So, yeah, I'm Sindhu. I'm a third year engineering student right now. So, I had this doubt. So, when we have employees, most of the employees have like this mindset they just want to get their work done and get their salary and, do their part in the company. But sometimes what I feel that happens is the passion that the CEO has is not reflected in the employees, even though the CEO does some kind of thing. I don't know what that is. So do you have any ideas or something like that that you could share so that we could spread the passion to our employees also, and we get them out of that mindset where they just want to work and get the money, get the job done, that kind of a mindset.
Absolutely, a wonderful question, and this kind of a question from a youngster will definitely take organizations, to much more heights. I believe, Sindhu. Very nice.
can I add one more thing?
Yeah.
She has tried her startup 1 year back. So
Oh,
this is like I would like to salute all these young entrepreneurs here, like Amin, Sindhu, and few more entrepreneurs here. So this is one of our objectives to reach out to more young entrepreneurs around the world, and we are very happy to see them.
true,
Uh,
true.
so she has an experience of running a startup. So this is the impact that is being made. Sorry if I've interrupted you. Back to you.
No, 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 no. Absolutely, absolutely. So, Sindhu, see what happens is normally, as you said, that the passion or the drive of the owner or of the CEO is not is not percolated down. People just work for the sake of work, not working. Just for the sake of working. That in rather terms we can call it as the new terms is like quiet quitting and those stuffs. So the thing here is there are a lot of factors as to why you're not able to motivate or engage your staff. Um, for the first thing, as I said, see the problems, solutions, everything is there within your organization. You just need to have the eyes and ears set to understand and the mindset to just sort it out, to find it out, and to provide the sustainable solutions for that. And it also begins, it's not only about after having, and many a times organizations make this mistake. They hire people, they find the just the not checklist tick box for the years of experience and the qualification, and they feel that the person is a fit, and then they are hired. But again, from the process of hiring to the process of onboarding is very, very important. And that is where there should be absolute discussions on what is the mission, what is the vision. That is where have we come from, and where do we want to go, and what kind of an expectation in an employee do we have. This is the challenges that you have here. This is this, and this is what is expected from you, because we are here to provide you with a culture that promises so and so. So are you aligned? Before that is how it happens, even for marriages, that we find and we get to know each other. So that getting to know each other definitely lies a chunk of it lies in the hiring and the onboarding process. That is, this is what we are, this is the way how it is done. How, like, ask them to talk. Many a times we just expect like glorified answers, and we just expect them to just boast about themselves, probably for the things that they might not even have done. Allow them to be open, allow them to be vulnerable, allow them to say this is what is, allow them to share their dreams, allow them to share their challenges, and allow them to share what are their personal hurdles in the growth, what are the challenges they faced earlier, why do you want to join our organization, what is your aim in joining our organization. Instead of just having a 5 to 10 minutes interview and then again calling for another round or HR round is not sufficient for an efficient running of an organization. This is the initial part, I would say. This is the initial correction, I would say. Now if you find your workforce is not committed, it's not engaged, then definitely you will have to run questions, you will have to run surveys, you have to understand what is it that is not allowing them to unleash their fullest potential, and what do they need from their side. Is the CEO available? Is the CEO having an open door policy? Is there favoritism? Is there bias? What are those things that has to be understood on an open book policy, not on a superficial level. We don't want, things cannot never change in organizations on a superficial. What are the real challenges? What are the real obstacles? What are the real biases that run, that are demotivating factors, that are productivity drainers? You understand the productivity drainers and then try to talk to them, and then try to motivate them and bring. See, if it's just a case of 1 or 2%, then yes, case by case, it could be something related to their personal story, mental health issues, or anything for that matter. But if it's a group of people that is not showing interest, or that is not giving the fullest potential that they are expected to be, then definitely there has to be some underlying reasons for that. Yes, Indu?
I hope,
Thank
Sindhu, that answers for you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, so according to my order, it's Rajat, Chirag, and then Sibin. So, Rajat, over to you. You can ask your question, or if you have any inputs for us, you're most welcome.
Uh, hi, Sakshi. And so my question to Prasita is, how do we, see if we feel that your management or your stakeholders are unable to, provide that value, or they are unable to, are not meeting your expectation that you are looking forward for something in the organization or in the policies, and those things are not coming up from those stakeholders and management. So what is the correct way to reach out and make them understand, and what do you believe and what do you want the changes to happen? So how do we reach out, in what way, in an assertive way, to reach out to them?
So you mean on a personal basis, right? I mean, from the employee to the management, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yes. So for this, Rajat, see there are two things to this. I'll divide the answer into two portions, right? So one is many a times in many organizations, this is the story. People are not, they don't have the freedom to express. There is no employee voice. There is no psychological safety. There's a lot of judgment. So, from an organization's perspective, definitely there has to be some check on creating a space where people, like the person you mentioned, would have the freedom to express, freedom to ask, and freedom to let or vent out his concerns to the concerned authority. So many places that is missing. And that is how people feel frustrated. That is how many achievers and overperformers are compelled to search for another jobs because they are not their concerns or their obstacles and hurdles in their work are not being considered, or their professional growth or their personal growth that had been promised to them is not delivered from the organization. This could be the organization is not bothered about people. It is more profit centric than people centric. It is looking for a short term goals instead of long term sustainable growth of the business. Yes, which is case in most of the organizations. Now, if a person feels that somewhere I'm being left out and somewhere, then definitely see there has to be hierarchy in their organization. There has to be people that you need to express your concerns to, and that again every company has different policies, so you have to follow the ladder. You have to approach the initial the very next team members or the team leaders and bring out your concerns to them. If that doesn't happen, probably you could raise it to the next concerned authority or HR again, depending upon the hierarchy ladder there. And still if you are trying and still if you are not finding it solution, if it's a case by case, if it's just on any biases or any grudges or ego that happens in many organizations, then I would say it's better to have other options, looking out for other options also, or just be there and find out your own happiness and find out your own positives till the time you get a solution to that particular situation. Answers that, Rajat?
Yes, yeah, it does. Yes. Thank you, Prasid.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rajat. Okay, so Chirag, you're next. You can ask your question or you can give us the inputs. Before that, I really wanna, just give me a minute, Chirag. We have a lot of people in our listening panel also. So I'd just like to welcome Fatima, Mike. I can also see Ajay. So hello, Ajay. So hi, Mehek. So yeah, Chirag, you can go ahead.
Hi everyone, and my question is how to turn. Do you have any tips how to turn employees into brand advocates?
Yeah, that's a beautiful question, and that's a question that is really to be taken seriously by organizations, because in today's world, it's more of digital, and it's more of organizational evolution, and post COVID, we have seen so many changes. We have now at least I see people coming up and talking about workplace culture, because even previously when I used to mention a term as culture, people weren't much aware of the term as a workplace culture. So I think it's the right time for organizations to think about their people. Their as I said, their employees are their co-creators, and these co-creators are actually their internal customers. So it's not only that they have to take care of the external customers, that is the real customers. We have to think from that perspective, that our employees are our internal customers, and how do we take care of them? We make them feel connected. We make them feel that they are trusted, that they have meaning and purpose, and they share our same goals, and they are a part of the organizational success, and they contribute. So every day, it's not that your employees just tag in and tag out, but at the end of the day, your employees leave. With what vibes do the employee leave your workplace is all that matters. Now, coming back to your question, it's all about employer branding nowadays, and many employers are, or organizations are not taking advantage of building their brand. And who can build their brand? Your employees, your co-creators, your internal customers can build their brand. How can they build a brand? And how, see, if I'm working in an organization, how can I feel that I belong? Only when my organization makes me feel belonged, only when my organization, my team leader makes me feel that I'm adding value and purpose. And then slowly you can build and start building activities, and you can start taking testimonies and reviews, and start knowingly and unknowingly what they speak about your organization, about their workplace after moving from work, is what is actual employee experience that they are experiencing. So you create an environment, you create a workplace culture where they thrive, where they feel important, where they feel trusted, and believe me, they are absolutely going to be turning as your own brand ambassadors. And digitalization, again, you can portray them. You can see, when you look at a digital presence of many companies, if you look at websites and social media handles, you can just see, you have a home, and then you have products and services, and contact us, and all these windows. But where are the face of your company? Where are those happy faces? What's happening? People are, customers or people are interested to know your story, are interested to know the magic that is happening behind the workplace. So you can utilize, I can see companies are now being active on TikTok and sharing, workplace fun and connections and celebrations like that. But it's definitely a added on advantage if you show more of digital presence as well. Chirag.
Thank you. Can I
Thank
add
you.
my
Thank
perspective, or do I wait for a chance?
Yes, sir.
I'm so
Like,
sorry, Chaitanya, but I would request you to just wait for your chance, please. Okay, Sibin, you can ask your question or you can give your inputs.
I'm sorry. I do not have a question for you, but being in this vertical for approximately like 20 years, okay, I just want to share the best practices what we have, what we used to have. It is the first and foremost thing is that the employee experience and customer satisfaction. It is two different things. So when you work towards the employee experience, the customer excellence happens. It is not about the customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction is something which lays much beyond below than customer excellence. So when a company works towards that, it actually starts from the top to the bottom. It's not from the bottom to the top. Not normally what happens, what we see here is that we always work towards the KPIs, and when we work towards the KPIs, it will not actually resonate to what the board is looking for. So when the people start working towards a common goal, it should be coming from top to bottom, something like an OKR. So that has not been seen in companies. So if we work towards that, there would be a certain difference that we can make it. That is number one. Number two is that normally companies leave this option to the HR. The HR believes that employee engagement is something which is great they can do, and all the nonsense what happens. But beyond the scene, what happens is none of the employees of the company trust an HR. They believe that HR is a polished liar, and they will not open up with the HR. maybe there are a couple of people who does, but but there are very less people who opens up with the HR. So if a company wants to move towards employee excellence or employee experience, then we have to work towards this goal and make sure that the people and culture should be a different vertical altogether, and the person who runs the show should be a non-political person within the company who can understand and who can talk to people in a much better way. If these couple of things have been taken care of, I think any company can grow beyond their expectations. That's all I would want to share it with you.
Thank you so much, Sibin. It was really wonderful to listen your sharings, and it was really insightful for all of us and the people in the listening mode as well. Thanks a lot. So next we have Krishna. Krishna, you can unmute yourself and ask your question or give your inputs if you have.
Yes, it's a great opportunity for me to be here. Where just wanted to know, like we were talking about employee and the customer things, right? Basically, when coming to the part of organization where the employees directly work with the customers, or else if it is a service based, or else it's any product based thing. And I was a recent HR, like I was a HR in an organization where most probably I won't understand what's the customer feeling. Is there any chance that employees could transfer what's happening in the market with the customer? This is my question.
Can you just repeat what is the chance?
What is the chance that employees transfer what's happening with the customers to the HR department?
Um, you mean unfiltered information?
Yes, it might be a chance since basically HR being like what a HR directly or indirectly calculates the performance of an employee in terms of their number of tickets that they handle, number of calls they made, and number of returns they generate. Like uh, how the customers' feedbacks will be transferred for the HR department to understand more about the business rather than only take caring of employee performance. It's also be understood by the HR team what's actually going in the business. So, since the HR is
Yeah,
the person who directly coordinates with the management team rather than the employees. Uh,
yeah,
like, is
yeah.
the question clear?
Yeah. I assume see, again, it's again a teamwork, right? So whenever a person is in contact with the customer, and you know the customer's pain points, right? And you have solutions for the customer's pain. You understand your customer, you understand your customer's pain points. You understand that your services, your products are not able or should be more updated uh, to overcome the pain points of the customer. So in that case, you need to understand, you need to have a proper feedback from the customer and get it to the HR, or get it to the relevant team leader and discuss. Because what happens many a times when we as a salesperson, or when we go into direct touch with the customer, the problems that we bring in are mostly addressed as, don't bring me problems, bring me solutions. And I've seen it in the sales arena a lot of times, but that is when we are trying to run away from the reality. It could be genuine problems, it could be genuine considerations that has to be addressed by the organization and not by the employee, or not by the salesperson. So in that case, there has to be a proper spreadsheet of the concerns, a proper solutions that can be done to be addressed to the problems. And in that case, working together as a team, brainstorming on the what strategies can be applied to overcome those solutions, those problems, could be the right way.
Yes, I think that answered my
Yeah,
question. Thank you.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Krishna. Thank you so much. Yes, Chaitanya, you can ask your question now.
So I don't have a question, but I thought I would add to what Prashita was adding. So from my experience, what we have done in one of our previous companies is that we made some of our employees contribute to their goals, to our organization goals. So we used to have two different sets of employees who were extremely competent. Given a chance, they would run their own organizations, but they didn't have that vision. But they were eternally in conflict because they had different working times. So we went mad. Then what we did was we said, all right, you own these departments, you make your money, and only when you deliver in time. And the next moment, all these problems disappeared. So to make it more easy on our balance sheet, what we did is we spun off two different companies, and both of them have their own companies now. And we get our work in time, and we don't have conflicts. So to add to her point, if you know what your employees are good at, and if you have done the right hiring, I don't see these as problems. So give them the right experience. I think they will contribute more, and you can work as partners rather than an employer-employee relationship. That's what I thought I would add. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Chaitanya. I would like Prasida you to have your opinion on the same, but before that, I want the audience and the people in the listening that if they have any inputs for us or they have any questions for us, they can raise their hand. We will call them up, and you can ask the same from Prasida or anybody you want to. Yeah, Prasida, you can have share your opinion, please.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's the sense of ownership and the sense of accountability that really matters rather than just going to work, coming back, or just logging in your PC and, logging off. What impact? What impactful work are you doing? What is your meaning? What is your purpose? What is the value addition that you're having? And what is the impact of your job on the growth of the company? And do you see yourself in that bigger picture? And do you see your contributions being considered for the success of the organization? So, unless and until I am made aware that I belong and I matter, I will not feel connected, and I will not have that sense. I will not, probably, I will not push myself to go that extra mile. But when I know that, probably I just need to do this one shot and things would change, I will definitely go two miles ahead and do that when as Chaitanya said, we have that feeling of, ownership and accountability. And I also want to add to a point that Sivin said. Definitely, there has to be the point that he mentioned is about the having and a totally different vertical towards this culture and development, and having people to lead culture and creating a space for employee development and engagement is really required. Because what happens is, even though sometimes we get requirements, you just train the employees for this particular topic, and people, trainers train, and then nothing changes because there is no change in the mindset. There is no change in the mentality of the top down approach or the leadership. We give leadership trainings. We are requested for leadership. What about the authentic leadership? It's not that you train leaders for 2-3 hours, you teach them or show them some examples and PPTs and things change there. No, there has to be reworking, a re-engineering of the workplace culture, because if you boil down to the workplace issues, it comes to only one thing, that is the culture that exists in your workplace. The workplace culture is the DNA and the solution for all the problems that exist. As I mentioned, problems and solutions and opportunities, they are all within your organization. So unless and until you're able to set it right, you'll keep having problems. You'll keep continuing in that whirlpool of issues every single day. So unless and until you try to sort it out, unless and until you have the genuine motive to sort things out, propelling ahead is a little difficult. Yeah, Sakshi.
Yeah. Thanks, Prasida. Thank you so much for your insights. I guess we have Jasir back. Jasir, can you hear us?
Yeah, hi Sakshi. I was on the road, so and I was, I heard Pratiz's talk and your questions, and then I got, to the listening mode. So yeah, it was wonderful hearing your talk. I see some of my friends down there. Samir, Rinzin, Samiha. If please raise your hands, come up. Like to hear your voices. Um, Back to you, Sakshi. I was just enjoying listening to you.
Okay, thanks, Jasir. So we have in the listening mode Ajay sir. Ajay sir, would you like to come up and share your journey? Because I know you personally and I have seen your organization very closely, that how customer experience and employee, deals in. Nevertheless, so I have a question for you, Prasida. I just want to understand from you, like, what is the influence of digital and organizational evolution on the customers? Like, how does that impact them?
See, everything nowadays is all about digital, the digital presence of your company, about your branding, right? So, people, as I mentioned earlier, they love to look for the story of your brand. They love to understand your values. They love to understand your mission, and the real faces behind who are working behind the scene, rather than not just the products, because again it depends on the different kind of customers that are landing up to your website, and different kind of services and products that you are opting. But at the end of the day, it's all about building a connection. It's all about building that drawing them to the genuine faces and the genuine people working behind, to show them the tidbits of the fun and humor that you have. And many companies are leveraging that benefit of reaping the benefit of showing their the little bit of fun that they have, little bit of enjoyments that they have, little bit of engagements that they have. And having said that, it is to be done on a very genuine basis. It is to be done on a just not just for the sake of doing on a superficial level or a surface level. That doesn't create a impact. And what draws customers? See, many brands nowadays, they hire influencers because influencers have a lot of reach. But why don't you leverage using your own employees to become your brand ambassadors, and show them up, come up to share their confidence in the brand, their experiences. Why don't you collaborate with their own customers, and bring more of customer experiences, so that there is more and more authenticity to the brand or the services that you are running. And it's the world of reviews nowadays, right? So it's customer reviews that matter, Google reviews that matter, and how you handle both positive and negative reviews also is very crucial. So customer experience, if you have to go for a hotel, if you go have to choose a dinner that you have to go to tonight, you will just Google and find out the cuisine that you would love, and you will just go through the reviews. I'll share you a very very personal experience of mine. I guess we will be running out of time, but I'll make it short. We happened to go to a restaurant with my parents when they visited last time, and we specifically went for a particular dish there. It was a mutton biryani, which is like very very famous, and we just love and drool over it. It was a weekend, and we got a little late, and what happened is they ran out of it and they couldn't serve us. So their manager was just running, just moving around table to table, getting to know people about their experience. And he happened to talk to us, and then we just mentioned that we brought our parents just to experience the biryani, and unfortunately we couldn't have it. Okay, then he didn't say anything. Just while we were paying the bill and we were moving out, he asked me, "Ma'am, what's your number?" So we noted down the number, and believe me, they got two mutton biryanis delivered from Karama all the way to JVC, just to make my parents happy, with an apology note. So this is an extent to which you can take care of your customers. It's just not about the journey, it's about the experience that you give to your customers. It's the respect that you give. It's how you make them feel special. And nowadays it's all about feeling special, right? I mean, even in terms of products or in terms of services, you want to feel better, you want to feel special, and you want to have it at the bestest price, that you can afford. So it's about going that extra mile. It's about taking that, and I think, how was that manager able to elevate that matter to the boss or get this done? Is just because he felt the pain as the owner would feel. And that is because he's truly engaged and connected to the job that he's doing. And that is what I think customer experience is all about. Sakshi.
Yeah, absolutely, Prashita. I was thinking when you were speaking, like that's how we all are virtually connected. So yeah, it's very important to be virtually to we have a connection and feel spatial, even if it is a virtual one. Okay, so I would like Sindhu to have her parting thoughts. Sindhu, can we have a parting thoughts from you?
Okay. So yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody who has joined here today had a great session. We had the opportunity to hear from Prasida Nair, her experience, and so many others who are there in our call today. And I'm pretty sure all of the budding entrepreneurs here had a great time and a lot of insights that they would carry forth in their journey. So that was the ending remarks from my side.
Thanks, Sindhu. Thanks a lot. It was really wonderful. Prasida, finally, now we want to hear your parting thoughts. What do you want to say to the audience?
Yeah. See, customer experience and employee, experience, they cannot be drawn out by anybody else's perspective. You have to get into the shoes of your customer. You have to get into the shoes of your employees and get to know from them their point of view, and a genuine effort to find out their point of view, what they would like, what is the things, what are the challenges, and what are the things that can be improved for the best experience that both of them can have, is the first approach, I think, that any organization should approach to. And basically, see, be it a customer or be it an employee, we are all human beings and we are all built with emotions, and we are all motivated or demotivated. We have feelings, and if you're able to tackle those feelings, not just the actions but the feelings and emotions of your employees, then they will definitely be again a part of your co-creation, and they will go miles and miles than you expect to deliver and take your business to the next level. Only thing is, you need to make them feel that they really matter, they really value, they are impactful, and they give them that ownership, give them that autonomy, give them that give them that power, and empower them in such a way that they feel that it's your, as I mentioned in the start, it's not your business, it's our business. So when you're able to build that connect, they will definitely share the same vibes and energy to your customer, and it's when once you win your customer, you win profits in business.
Thank you, Prasita. Thank you so much for being here. It was really lovely to have you in our audio room. And everyone in the panel, Sibin, Chaitanya, who gave their insights, and everyone in the audience who are just listening to us from past 1 hour. Thank you so much for being there. Back to you, Jasir. Over to you.
Thank you, Sakshi. Thank you, Prasida. That was a wonderful session today. Really insightful, and I really enjoyed listening to this. Actually, I think I should do it more often. Thank you, everyone who joined us in the panel. Thank you for and all the attendees. Thank you for attending the session. I hope you are all benefiting from this, and I just wanted to remind you all to connect and follow each other, and make those connections. Get to know participants here. We might find people to network, partner, and collaborate with. So yeah, the audio events are all about are all also about networking and learning and growing together. So and yeah, I was really enjoyed the session, and what one of the things that got me thinking was what Prasida talked about, making your employees the brand ambassadors, and that was because I'm as someone who's focusing on branding. I really got me thinking on those terms. So thank you again, and back to you, Kabir.
Thank you, Jasir, and thank you, Sakshi, for this like very wonderful session. I would like to tell. So, and thanks, Prasida, for conducting this. And can I see a reaction from all of you so that can I see a round of applause from all of you or a heart? Yeah. So that's it. It was a wonderful session, Prasida, and we would like to have you more here. And as I always tell, tomorrow we have a session on time management, and be ready for the session. And this Sunday, we are going to have one of my professor who has 8 patents in his name. He's going to take a session on patenting. So please do share the event with your friends and family, and whoever wants to get benefited out of it. And the event is listed on my page. You can go there, ask questions, so he'll answer it. And please do come a bit early so that you can start. You can come up and ask more questions, because that is one of the powerful tools which you need going forward. Having your IP rights when you're a startup. So thanks a lot. Once again, Sakshi, Jasir, Sindhu, and Prasida, and for the speakers who came from the listening, Chaitanya and Rajat, and all others who are here. And I would like to thank all the listeners there who has been supporting us. Please do put in a comment so that we your feedback, how the event was, how we can improve it, and your feedback to Prasida, and your takeaway, what you have understood from the event. So telling this, as I always tell, dream big, aim high, start small. I'm repeating it: dream big, aim high, start small. Once you start small and you master it, and when you're focused on it, believe me, you are going to be the next high performance entrepreneur. And we want more and more high performance entrepreneurs here, so that we can make this world a better place to live in. So, a dreamer from this part of the world, dreaming big, aiming high, and starting small. So, signing off, pckabeer, with lots of love to all of you. The count of three, we are closing the room. All the speakers can tell the bye bye to them. 3, 2, 1.